Hey, when my son needs something and she calls me, I make it happen. He frowned and shook his head. And what the hell you paying child support for if she just gonna call you anyway every time he needs something? Shit, y'all niggas crazy to let these women put you in the system and shit like that. I had to chuckle as I watched him wipe the sweat from his forehead with his t-shirt. Jamal had a real problem with women and child support. He'd absolutely refused to be put on child support, and he'd even gone to court and fought for sole custody of his children. Surprisingly, he won the case. He and his ex-wife had had a tumultuous marriage anyway, and when it was over, it got real ugly between the two of them. He felt that the child support system was a black man's downfall, and it was another way for women to control men through the system. My take on it was this: if you did what you were supposed to do as a man and a father, then you wouldn't have any problems. I don't have any issues with it, man. I go above and beyond to do what I need to do for my son. If she tries any shady shit, it will be her loss because I'll take my son. He checked his ringing phone and looked up at me. That's bullshit, my man. You should have gotten custody of him anyway. That's just my take on the shit. Women have way too much power when it comes to the court system, child support, and child custody. We'd had that conversation before, so there was no need for me to go there with him again. Jessica was a good mother to my son, so there had been no need for me to try to take him from her. Jessie may be on some other stuff sometimes when it comes to me and her, but she takes good care of my son. She doesn't try to use him against me in any way, so I'm good on that. Yeah, I know your stance on that shit. A nigga just saying is all, he said, tucking his phone back into his pocket and taking a swallow of the water from the bottle he had in his hand. How you and Chyanne doing, though? Can't believe you finally getting all that shit to yourself. She finer than a motherfucker. Thick as fuck. I smiled and watched the cars moving in and out of the parking lot. We're good. No complaints in that department over here. Word. I remember you telling me that she was still all into that other nigga that you said was whooping her ass. I shook my head and propped a hand under my chin. Don't have to worry about that anymore. We're good now. She still friends with old girl? I knew he was referencing April. When I first met Chyanne, it was because Jamal had spotted April while we were in the club and had wanted to talk to her. But it was when I laid eyes on Chyanne that I decided to walk across the room with him. Looking at her sitting at the bar had me enamored. Nah, they haven't spoken in a while, I told him. We've really just been focused on us, and it's a good feeling. He gave me a lopsided grin and looked at me. I can tell when your black ass is in love and shit. You won't even give a nigga details about nothing. So she got you, huh? She got me, I agreed with him, then laughed. Must be nice. I don't even believe I know what the fuck love is anymore. It is nice. It's a very good feeling. So you thinking she's the one? I know she is, I told him just as my phone began to vibrate. Damn, just like that, huh? What you mean, just like that? I asked as I read Shy's text asking if I was on my way home. I glanced back up at Jamal. It's been almost 2 years. She's my baby, my heart. I love her and want to be with her for the rest of my life. Okay, I feel you. Maybe one day I'll get there, he responded as he looked over his shoulder at the two light-skinned sisters leaving the gym. God damn, he mumbled. They both had a beautiful face and a nice stature. They had bodies that you could see on every hip-hop video. That would always be Jamal's downfall. Every woman he dated looked the same. They were always light, bright, and damn near white, and most times very materialistic. All his relationships always ended the same way. He was usually the one left heartbroken and angry. According to him, all black women were gold diggers, but like I told him before, those were the only ones he dated. You couldn't keep doing the exact same thing, the exact same way, and expect different results. That was just crazy.